It's a freezing, windy morning here in Kyalami, and I'm out at Takla today. We are going to be pimping out the interior of the Hilux, putting on their premium signature seat covers, which I'm very excited about. Luckily, this vehicle had seat covers on since day one. So the interior is in really good condition, and I want to keep it that way. Especially with how I travel, how I film, how I work, all of that stuff. When I'm out there, I'm not thinking about, oh, my shoes are dirty or I'm covered in mud. You know, I just want to be able to get in the vehicle, move it to a new location, get out, take the photos, film, do what I need to do. And I don't like to skimp on that aspect because, to be honest, I put my Jimny through a lot, and I learned with my Jimny. I went quite a while without getting the seat covers on, and I should have just done it right from the beginning. So I committed this time, and I just said, you know what? From the beginning of this build, the first thing that is going on is going to be the Takla seat covers and their legendary Takmats. So that combination, you're going to see the color. It looks pretty damn cool. I think what it's going to do is going to help lighten up the space a little bit, and it's just going to pop that a little bit more. But anyways, let's head inside. Let's chat with Ross, have a look at some of the other sort of seat covers that there were to kind of choose from, and let's get the installation going. Welcome to another episode of Rome Overlanding. My name is Adrian Abrahams, and on the last episode we said goodbye to the Jimny and picked up the new Toyota Hilux. Now it's time to head over to Takla and transform the interior of the vehicle. And let's see if we can find the perfect spots for all my gadgets. When it comes to the new bakkie and the new build and everything, first thing on my mind was getting down here, getting a set of seat covers on, because luckily the vehicle had seat covers on before I bought it, so it's mint inside there.
Yeah, you've done absolutely the right thing, because the sooner you do it, the better the advantages. Your motoring is now just so much more carefree. Well, you know, you don't worry about those things anymore. Those thoughts just sort of...
I don't worry about those things anyway. So that's the thing, is that's why for me it's so important, because I'm focusing on filming.
Yeah.
You know, I'm focusing on, I'm getting in and out of the car the whole time. I'm in the mud, I'm in the sand, I'm in the dust. I don't have the time to think about that. So my interior, if I didn't have seat covers, would just get absolutely wrecked. So look, besides keeping the stuff in good condition, the reason, you know, I've gone for the beige color.
Yeah.
Because I love that transformation of the look of the interior.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see it installed and to see if that kind of vision has kind of come to life.
Yeah.
Especially with the black top stitching, and we're doing the fountain pattern and a lot of things like that. So it's really going to take that Hilux interior and just kind of level it up, bring a lot more light into the space. It's going to make it feel bigger. And also for me, I just think that the beige color is just like an Overlanding classic.
It is.
You know, it's a classic color. So now, say for example, people didn't necessarily have the budget to go straight for the signature.
Yeah.
Right? What are some other options that they've got?
So your starting range is the Duratec range, and that's a fantastic product. It ticks all the blocks a seat cover should tick. It's still waterproof. It comes with a 24-month warranty.
Yeah.
The fit is really nice. You know, it's very easy to wipe down and clean. It's great for dogs and kids where there's excessive wear and tear or mud and dirt going into the vehicle. The next one up is the Cantec range, and that's really not a bad option either. It's our flagship product. It's what we've been doing for many years. It's tried and tested in a number of different applications with you know, really good results. It's very comfortable to sit on, and there, you know, you just don't have to worry about anything. You can, you know, stains, mud, dirt, it doesn't matter. It's just carefree. And that's a really good option. And as I say, the Signature range and the Cantec range, the fabric is the same. You know, it's about how we treat that fabric with the lamination that makes the difference. And the main advantage to the Signature range is the fit. The fit looks more of an upholstery look as opposed to a pullover seat.
Okay, no, that's awesome. No, I dig that. I'm stoked with the Signature, but honestly, I'd be keen with any of the others as well. They're all great products. Look, let's stop talking. Let's get to the installation. I want to see this thing in.
Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. My favorite part of the day was about to begin, and this would mark the first installation for the build and another awesome transformation. I couldn't be happier that it's going to be done by Takla. They supported us on the Jimny and were happy to get involved in the Hilux too. And I must say, they did a fantastic job. I came to them with a wild request to go full beige with a black top stitch, fountain pattern and the black Rome logo. And they absolutely knocked it out of the park. The installation is a simple process, and the cut and fit on these guys is pretty damn close to perfect. Takla have taken the time to keep improving their products over the years, and you can really see it once it's installed. Everything just fits. What always impresses me is just how well the Takmats fit into the vehicle. What's great with the Takmats is that they cover such a large surface in the vehicle that no matter how messy you are in climbing in and out with dogs or kids, your whole interior stays protected. We were nervous about trying the beige on the floor, but it's really worked out well. The transformation that is happening right here is just awesome. The beige fabric has really lightened up the space and made it feel much bigger inside. You may see some wrinkling on the seat covers, but that disappears after about a week or two of being fitted to the vehicle and used. What's nice with these is they just look better and better with time. Now, this step really started to make the Hilux feel like my vehicle again. I love the diamond pattern on the Jimny, but I just wanted to try something different and I've been pleasantly surprised. The fountain pattern adds a little bit of a classy touch, which I really like. There's just a familiarity I grew accustomed to in my Jimny, and now I can confidently say that the Hilux is a Rome vehicle. Well, at least while I'm sitting on the inside. So we're all wrapped up now, the installation is complete. I think it looks incredible. I love the beige and how it just pops in contrast with all the black in the vehicle, but at the same time it just really brightens up the space. Now, there's the looks, that's one thing. But the actual performance of the Takla seat covers is in a league of its own. When it comes to cleaning it, when it comes to just, you know what, I don't have to think about it at all. I can just get in, do what I need to do, covered in mud, covered in sand, covered in water, whatever. And I don't even have to think about it or stress about it for a split second. And that is something that just gives me peace of mind when I'm out traveling. I get inside and out of this car 100 times a day when I'm filming. So this is something I'm very, very keen to have on this build. I had it on the Jimny, it was fantastic then, and I know it's a product that's going to serve me really well for the life of this vehicle. Stay tuned, because next up we're going to be heading back home and trying to find out the final placement of all the little gadgets to go inside the vehicle, on the windscreen, all that stuff. We're going to be looking at the navigation, we're going to be looking at the satellite communicator, and where I'm going to put my GoPro for filming in car pieces. So thanks for tuning in so far, and we'll see you shortly. So we've got some serious gadgets that we need to try and find a spot for here, because the windscreen on this vehicle is nowhere near as big as on the Jimny, because you don't have that same kind of vertical height. It's obviously a lot more slanted, a lot more aerodynamic, and you know, say for example taking something like this, the Garmin Overlander, and putting it on the dash here, takes up quite a lot of space. So I need to try and find the right position for all of the accessories, but without inhibiting my field of view too much. Then we've got the little InReach Mini, which I think is always quite a nice little thing just to put somewhere near the Overlander. Not just because they're both Garmin products, but I think they complement each other and they do connect and function with one another. So I think that's quite a nice little bit of functionality to have together. Now this is the one that gets quite tricky, because this needs this. Finding a spot for this that isn't going to take up or distract things. I mean, this here is potentially in the way of, well, actually I don't even know if that will work. Otherwise, putting it like somewhere far like this. Nope, I'm gonna need the longer arm. Now you'll see that the Overlander's got quite a big charging cable. So, and this vehicle only has one cigarette lighter up front. So what that's gonna mean is, it's gonna mean essentially that my Garmin Overlander is gonna take up all the power in the front, and because as you can see, this head unit is not very fancy at all, so the Overlander is pretty damn essential. I'm not going to have enough power outlets to charge the InReach Mini, to charge my cell phone, to charge the GoPro. So I think what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to custom install a couple extra 12 volts and a couple extra USB slots. We might as well put some over here. Then that will keep the whole dash clean and we don't have cables running everywhere. So I'm thinking that's going to be a little DIY project that we're going to have to do. But I also have my phone mount, which is a whole nother set of challenges, which again, I mean, just you can see the angle of the windscreen. I mean, this is putting it in over my steering wheel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to drive around for the next week or whatever and just kind of play with everything in its spot and see just how does everything work. Now, what we also have here is we've got some of the Blue Ridge Overland accessories from the Jimny. So we've got the headrest med kit, we've got the, sorry for the Velcro, quite a simple situation. And this is obviously going to fit like it's supposed to on here, whereas it was actually a little bit big for the Jimny. So that works quite nice, and ironically enough sort of matches the seats. Now this I'm probably going to put on the passenger's headrest. Now another little gadget I've got here is the wireless reverse camera for the Garmin Overlander. I wanted to maybe install this, you know, as part of this whole video and everything, but I realized that I don't really want the camera low down. I want to actually put the camera on the canopy to have a higher view looking down so that I can see better when reversing, because obviously once the canopy's on, there's going to be only a little bit of vision through here and through there. So it's going to be really important to have a good quality camera. And what's nice with this one is it connects through to my Garmin Overlander, and literally if you wire it up that way, you just pop the vehicle in reverse, boom, it comes up automatically on the Overlander, and it's a nice big screen, and you can reverse and see what you're doing. And you can also actually link up to 4 of these cameras to the Garmin Overlander. So if I did want to put a camera on the front for when I'm doing my solo trips and I don't necessarily always want to get out of the vehicle to see what's, you know, just below the bonnet, I would be able to install one of these cameras up front there to give me a bit of vision. This has just proven to me that there's still a lot more work to be done on the inside of the vehicle, and I think we're gonna have to do that in a separate DIY video. Okay, so I want to try and get this GoPro sorted out. Let's hit record and I can show you what it's seeing. Okay, so it's not the most flattering angle. I feel like I don't know if I like it. How's the sound on here, by the way? Because, I mean, obviously once the car's up and running and driving, the sound is going to be a bit different, but it would be good to kind of test it out there a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the GoPro's not too bad. I can tweak it and play around with it a little bit and get it going. At least it gives us something to work with in the meantime. I think this has been a cool little episode of, you know, kind of playing with the interior of the vehicle, tweaking it a little bit and giving you some ideas for, you know, if you want to kind of pimp out your own interior of the vehicle, what you can actually do. And I think something like the Takla seat covers, they're incredible. And, you know, just little things like kind of getting your overlanding accessories and stuff like that inside the vehicle and not hidden away, I think just makes it a lot easier to use them when it comes to that when you're out in the bush. But yeah, thank you so much for kind of tuning into this episode, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the first kind of transformation. The next episode, the vehicle is going to be in the panel beaters, getting all fixed up, getting real pretty, getting a couple little aesthetic mods done, and getting ready for all the big stuff. So you guys better subscribe, stay tuned, because the next couple episodes are going to be crazy. Anyways, have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you on the next episode of Rome Overlanding. Cheers. Thanks for watching this episode of Rome Overlanding. I'd love to hear what you think of the interior upgrades down below. I just want to take a moment to thank my awesome patrons for their support, as well as let you know if you want to join in on our weekly live streams and updates, you should head over to Patreon and become a member. On the next episode of Rome Overlanding, I head over to Bodyline where the Hilux gets all fixed up in preparation for some exciting mods in the future. But just how much is going to need to get repaired? I also want to thank my incredible sponsors for making all of this possible. Anyways, I'll see you next week.